Hey guys, it's Skulk3 and welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Rhythm Paradise, which for Americans would have been Rhythm Heaven, but it's not American, so it's Rhythm Paradise. Yes, this is the second in the series of Rhythm Tengoku games, but the first one that actually made it to the West. So far there have been 3 games total, and 2 that have made it over here. So to get started, it's all in the wrist. Flick it like this. So yeah, just flick up this little symbol, and there you go. Cheers, one, he says. Well, we've got myself and friend. Not sure who friend is. I think it's someone I let use it on a French trip once. But clearly we're going to be using new game. Now, since myself is already taken, I suppose I am, of course, pal, or little bro. I meant to type pal, but little bro will do. I'm a little bro to someone. I'm a little bro to 2 people, actually, so... Hey there, tap the touchscreen to continue. Done. You see, this game is controlled using the touchscreen. This might not be so clear to you guys, but all the stuff on the right-hand side of the screen is what is generally on the touchscreen. This game is played horizontally. You'll get the idea quickly enough with a little practice. Oh, please, I've had plenty of practice with this in my life. This game is awesome. Let's practice the flick. First, try hitting this doll with a coin. Nice and simple. Basically what you do, if you tap on the touchscreen, then stuff happens, and then there's also moving around and stuff like that. But the important thing, flicking. They just want to test that we are capable of doing that. If you don't do it fast enough, then it just does that. Flick quickly with the snap of your wrist, like this. And yeah, so that's essentially the main extra mechanic of this game, is tapping and flicking. Nice! Next, aim for the toy car. Can do. So yes, this tests ability of timing, because if you just flick it randomly, then you're just going to miss the car. But you have to choose it at the right time, so you can endanger the passengers for no good reason. Then again, I'm not imagining there's many... you see, I missed it there. Not imagining there's many passengers in this toy car. Are you? Either that or we're an enormous hand and an enormous coin. That's the true danger of our world. Hands and coins. Nice! So, did you get the hang of the flick? I believe so. That's pretty much all you need to know. Good job! Why, thank you, Frog. So, how did you do? Don't worry too much if you didn't do well. Practice makes perfect. Just let the rhythm be your guide. See you around. Why, thank you again, Frog. So, yes, Rhythm Paradise, as I said, it's all in English, so I'm not sure about showing off tutorial screens in this one. The main reason I didn't do it in the last one is because we wouldn't really be able to understand them anyway. So how about you guys tell me what you want to see? I think for this one video I'll leave all the tutorial screens in. But if in the future you want me to just skip ahead and explain how the game works myself, then I'll do that. As with the last one, I'm going to be doing 1 row per video, or 1 column, I should say. Yes, 1 column per video, starting with built to scale. Feel the rhythm of the factory line as you build stuff. It's hard to explain, so just try playing it. Sounds a bit mysterious to me. I want to know what kind of factory I'm working in here. I mean, it's all well and good making these weird little bolt things, but what's it going to do? Make a doomsday machine? Because that'd be awesome. This is the first rhythm game, so we'll start slowly. Let's try a few practice rounds to warm up. First, try flicking this rod a few times. If anyone giggled there, grow up. So yeah, this is just, once again, practicing the flick that we learned a few minutes ago, or a few seconds. You've got it! Now, flick the rod in time with the music. Flick when the do, re, mi reaches sol. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. And there you go. Just keep doing... I always thought it was so, not sol. Maybe it's like sol is partway in between so and la. I'm not certain. But yes, that's the prime bit to this game. Now that might seem a bit boring. It's just like, oh, so you're just doing scales and waiting for it to get to... So that's a bit boring, but... Oh, ye of little faith. They put some pretty cool music to it. That's how you build stuff. Let's try the real thing. Let's start the music! Doesn't sound like your typical scales now, does it? Though, in essence, it actually is. It's just got a bit more of a swing to it. So yeah, I have to say, obviously this is the first Rhythm Paradise game I played, because I didn't know about Rhythm Tengoku until quite a bit later. But I'd say this one might be my favourite. I mean, that again might be biased just because it was the first one I played. And so kind of nostalgia, which is a bit weird because actually, how old is this game for that matter? I want to say it's like 4 years. I didn't see what time it was made on the screen. I probably should have done, but hey, I don't know why I should have done. It's not really that important information to the Let's Play now, is it? Now here we go, picking up a little bit. Them are some fast squares. But seriously, what are we making? That guy was worryingly vague when he just said ellipsis stuff. Do. Oh no! So yeah, that's what happens if your rhythm is off ever so slightly. You just knock the squares away. If you miss it completely, then it just goes right through. If you don't... here's an extra tricky bit. Do it in the dark. You're relying solely on your sense of rhythm here, not the visuals. Well, you can rely a bit on the visuals, but it's more difficult to do. This one always gets me. Hey, you didn't that time though. Sadly, I missed the 2 earlier on, so it's a bit less impressive. So, filter skill results. Basics mastered. You did great in the dark. Way to nail the ending, and we got a superb and a medal for it. Looking good. Yeah, I believe actually, if you don't get the ending, you only get an OK rating on that one. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works, which is a bit annoying, because every now and then that happens in the games, is you get, as I've said in the previous project, there's all these one specific things you have to do that can affect whether you pass or not, and I think that's one of them, to be able to get perfect. As you can see over on the left, we have flow 69 has gone up. I'm not sure what that means. I think that's just like how accurate you were on the rhythm, because you can still pass a thing with slightly off rhythm, but only marginally off. But there's also like, you got it exactly on the rhythm, you get extra points. Anyways, we're going to the cafe now. Welcome to the cafe. This is your first time here. Feel free to come on by anytime you find the game's too hard to play or you just need to take a break. If there's anything I can do to help, well, that's what I'm here for. I'm a little busy right now since I only just opened for the day, but we'll talk more later. Come back soon. So yes, that was the barista. We've got talk to barista, listen to music, read something, and practice flicking. Practice flicking is just the little flicking tutorial we had at the start, obviously. Read something and listen to music we'll get into later, and talk to the barista I don't think really does anything right now. We've got some other customers to deal with, but talk later. Yeah, if you've already talked to the barista once, that's all they'll say if you try it again. And then Medal Corner, this is where we find all of our Endless Games and Rhythm Toys and guitar lessons, which we'll get into later. As for now, let's head on to our second game, which is one of my favourites in this. Glee Club! Join a trio of chorus singers. You're the third, so you just have to keep up with the others. This is kind of like, the... what were they called? The clapping trio from the previous game. Ah! That's us. We can't stop yelling. Tap to close your yap. If you keep holding down, then he'll keep his mouth closed. And you have to just let go and re-tap again in the rhythm. So you just wait for them to show you what you're meant to be doing. And then you join in with them. Ba. I remember in the ads for Rhythm Paradise, I can't remember where they were from. I think they were from England. They had like the worst people rhythmically. They just couldn't do it at all. And they were playing this game. Oop, I can't do that one. I can't pull that one off, apparently. That's one. I just made up a new word. Yeah, that one can be a bit tricky because it's all about knowing when to close your yap again. Which I really don't. Or maybe I do. But as you saw there, my mouth closed ever so slightly after theirs did. But they still didn't look at me angrily. That means I was like pretty close to being correct. Close enough that they won't mark me down for it. Well, along with the others. Listen up to this cue.
Together now.
And once you've done that, you have to press down again, because otherwise you do this. Which is quite fun, but it's not exactly going to get you any points. Man, I forgot how difficult it was to do commentary while trying to do rhythm games. But we'll soon see if I can keep it up for the rest of the project. Now for the real thing! Man, that conductor there, he has an awesome afro. Just look at that. Then again, our guys are pretty dang awesome too. I mean, look at him, he's so happy. Especially like it how, when you really mess up the rhythm, the other two look at you so angry, but you just keep up this little happy stare, just, yep, I'm happy with what I've done.
Together now.
Ah! I also love just screaming they make you do in this game. It's a fun little thing. Fun for all the family. Play this with your friends and your mum will yell at you for screaming in the house for no good reason. Unless you do it fairly musically, then she might almost enjoy it. I'm not saying she will enjoy it, but she might almost enjoy it.
Together now.
It's actually been quite a long time since I've played this game, so I'm a little bit out of practice, so hopefully... Sorry, hopefully it won't go too badly for me, but we'll soon see. Sorry, I'm doing that thing again where I go silent because I need to pay attention to what's going on.
Together now.
But with a rhythm game, I think you could possibly excuse me for that. Probably not a good idea to let's play a rhythm game in the first place, if you can't really keep up the commentary and the rhythm at the same time. But what do I care? I love this game. I might as well play it. Oop. They love the fake endings in this series, I'll tell you that much. I think I've said before, I think this was made by the same people who made WarioWare games. So before you begin, we're beaming with pride and have turned gold somehow. That's a bit terrifying. But yes, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they were made by the same guys who made WarioWare, and I'm not sure if they were so fond of fake endings in that game. I think you couldn't really, because they were all just such tiny mini-games. In any case, Philbots. This factory builds robots. What did you expect? It's your job to fuel them up once they're built. This one is sometimes deceptively tricky, sometimes it's like the simplest thing ever, but quite a bit of the time is a bit awkward, especially when you get to the remixes later on. Don't worry about building the robots, you just need to fuel them up. Tap to start filling and lift when the robot is full. Now, as you might have noticed, all of the tutorials have the exact same song. At least I'm pretty sure they do. So they have this little tune here. So yeah, you get that tune in the little practice sections of, as far as I'm aware, every song. So they've chosen... Oh, you see, if you don't quite tap it for long enough, then you don't fill up the robot if you tap it a bit too much. I'll show what happens if you do that. And elongate the tutorial a bit more. Yeah, you can blow up the robot by fueling him too much. I think you can also fill it up only just a little bit too much, and it'll just look like it's feeling a bit groggy, or possibly drunk. Maybe this is like alcohol to them. If we're going by Futurama logic, then we are just basically filling them with alcohol, aren't we? Actually, screw it, I'm gonna skip the practice. I know I said I wouldn't, but I just can't be bothered to stick with the tutorial for that, especially when I already know how to play all the games. Yes, so one thing I obviously didn't get to cover during the tutorial was that there is a second type of robot. Dang it. You see how these ones all take 4 beats? Well, the other robots, as you'll see later, are bigger and they take 8. So you need to adjust how long you hold down the hold down on the touch screen. But we'll see some of those guys soon, I think. Here we go. Here's one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there you go. Now, one thing you might have noticed, and this is an example of what I was talking about earlier, is that you can have good enough to pass, and then you can have extra good. Extra good causes these robots to fly off, as they're doing there. If you do just good enough, then they'll do as the big robot did there, or that robot right there did, and they'll just stay on the floor and be whisked along. So if you did well enough to pass, then they don't punish you for it, but you don't get any flying robots. If you did well enough to get the flying robots, then you've got it right on the mark. And this is why this game can be pretty tricky, is when they start putting you on a slightly different beat as well. So, I'm not sure, but I get the feeling... yeah, I'm pretty certain now that I've only got an okay for this one. But, you know, I'm gonna get OKs every now and then. and I've never been that fantastic at this particular minigame before, so, you know, we'll see. She says, good work fueling him up, but it was just okay. Oh, well. So yes. You did good out there. You did well out there. You're fired for correcting me grammar. My grammar. Sorry. So yes, if you didn't see my Let's Play Rhythm Tengoku, then, the situation as it is I'm going to be getting medals for every level. And to that end, it doesn't matter if I do it first time, but for the second recordings, I'm just going to skip ahead until I do my superb attempt. So, with that said, please watch now for my superb run-through of Philbots. I shall see you in a second. Yeah, I said that just about did it. Good work fueling him up. You've got a steady hand this time. So yes. Looks like you've made some new friends. And now you can take over the world for the robot apocalypse. It's actually a very dark game. This whole time, there's bloodthirsty robots. Fan club! Pop stars can't make it on their own. They need the help of fans like you to get the audience worked up. Keep time with your friends. Ah, so we're audience members, right? That seems like a relatively normal sort of thing for this game, actually. I mean, we fueled up robots. We've been a weird little choir dude. Oh, we're monkeys. That explains everything. You're looking at the funkiest, monkiest fan club around. Our job is to work up the audience into a fan frenzy. But we need to warm up first. Listen for the cue. When you hear a word repeated 3 times, you clap 4 times. Monkey see, monkey do. Tap to clap.
Hey, hey, hey.
So yeah, this one is nice and simple, but as you can hear again, this is a slight remix of the tutorial song from before. And it's just a little faster than the Philbots one.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey, hey. This one I think is going to be especially difficult for me to do with commentary because while I'm playing it, I always wind up going, hey, 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 just like to myself, but I'll try not to do that for this too much. You've got the hang of it. Here's the second cue. When you hear the phrase, I suppose, do what we do. Monkey see, monkey do. Tap to clap, hold and flick to jump.
something, something,
I suppose. Hey. Oh, I got the timing slightly wrong. I'm sorry, monkeys.
Something, I suppose.
It's not the simplest move to do, but it's not that bad.
Something, I suppose.
I think it's also that I'm not used to it being done with this song. I'm more used to it being done with the actual song from the minigame. Oh, I'm sorry, monkeys. I'm not fit to be among your ranks. Although, come to think of it, they don't have tails, so these guys are apes. Yeah, didn't think that through, did you? Perfect! It's time for the show! Now, if you don't like pop songs, you're probably not going to like this one too much. It's it's pretty dang poppy. Yeah. Sorry, I already said I wouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I also begin to wonder if maybe I shouldn't be talking over this so much since there's actual words to it, but oh, I'm sorry, monkeys. Well, from the looks of it, there's a good chance I'm going to have to repeat this one anyway, so perhaps you'll be able to see the song in its unbridled glory otherwise. Though, equally I might not. And if I don't, then there's plenty of versions on the internet that you can find to see the actual song. And you can also see it in like loads of different languages, which is quite interesting. Well, it is to me, because I'm a languages dude. And there you go, pretty short minigame, but it's generally not that difficult to succeed, but as you saw, I did kind of fail at one point. So, I guess at least this way you guys get to hear the actual song. Thanks for your support! And the monkey looks like he's had his neck broken. These are some vicious fans. You didn't support her well enough, so now you die. Anyways, fan club again. Back in a sec.
Yeah. Hey now, here is my song for you. Yeah, that's right. I wish that I was yours, but I'm too shy, I suppose. If only I could just conjure a spell, kabal, hocus, hocus, hocus. Then you and I would be together for all time, I suppose. Is it love that makes my heart go boom, boom, boom? Yeah, I suppose. Love you, love you, love you. More than yesterday, I suppose. Yeah.
You guys sounded great. I suppose you did alright. Yeah. I couldn't ask for better fans. And now his neck is broken with happiness. Wait, what? How does that make sense? Now, here's an interesting little tidbit of information for you, which also features a clip. Oh no, I'm just crazy. This video will probably get taken down for copyright at some point, but we'll soon see. But that game that we just played there, Fan Club, has actually been done in Japan live. Just watch the following clip. Pretty interesting, isn't it? I mean, those guys, they're pretty awesome. Just all those guys are kind of monkeys. This has not yet been cleared. Fine, we'll get on to you Remix 1. This is what happens when you take everything you've learned and mix it all together. Give it a shot, and no practice for you. So yes, again, if you for some reason haven't seen Rhythm Tengoku, and just wanted to join for this project, that's fine. But remixes are essentially all 4 of these games mashed up together into one song, with its own distinct tune and everything. So it's just basically take the main points of all the games you've played so far, and work flipping between each one of them. Well, you'll soon see. I'm not that good at explaining it, but you'll soon see what I mean. So we start off with our friends, the Chorus Boys, or the Glee Club Trio. So yeah, we started off with them, but then it goes into, whoops, it goes to Built to Scale, which I then fail, followed by the Monkeys. Back to Built to Scale. And it's just basically a matter of remembering what you're meant to do for each thing. Fortunately, it's not that bad at the moment, since we only have 4 games in our entire repertoire to remember how to play. But it gets a bit trickier later. Not that anything too bad, but you'll see what I mean.
Together now.
Oh boy, the Philbots. Philbots, I find. I mean, you saw I had enough trouble with them already at the in the actual game, but I find them to be more of a nuisance during remixes. I don't know why. I just find them harder to deal with. Now, it's a bit hard to hear because obviously I'm talking over it and everything. But what this game is doing, it's playing the exact same little bit of music over and over again, just getting faster and faster every time, which is a bit stressful to deal with. Bum, bum, bum. As you heard, he was getting higher pitched as well. I think it slowed down here though, because we're now just filling bots for the rest of our lives. Oh no! No! The big robot died. Rhythm league notes. Good enough. Oh, what? Because I missed a bolt and a robot. Screw you, man. You were as good as an omelette breakfast. So yeah, what the remixes usually do is say, you were as good as, and then they compare you to 3 different tiers of something. So as you see, an omelette breakfast, pretty dang good. But not quite perfect. Let's see what a perfect meal is, shall we?
Together now. Together now. Together now.
Wait, what? So missing a bolt and a big robot is the same as completely missing 2 small robots? Man, those smaller robots must feel like so insignificant right now. You were as good as a fabulous roast turkey. I always knew I was. My mama used to tell me, Joe, if you want to be a roast turkey, then what the hell is wrong with you? Anyway, so we have now completed our first row of Rhythm Paradise. And in the next part, we're going to continue. We're going to start on this second row over here. What is this first game we're going to be playing? I'm not going to show you. Not yet, at least. In any case, thank you guys very much for joining for today's part of Let's Play Rhythm Paradise, and I shall see you... Did I call it Rhythm Paradise earlier, or did I call it Rhythm Tengoku? I don't know. In any case, I shall see you in the future for the next part. Fare thee well.